Messed up.
All right, there we go. Oh, you've done
maybe
hit it. No,
stand it
you
up.
done hit it. We're live.
And unhit it. Let's
I
try
see.
that.
I don't think you can't do that. We're obviously struggling right now with our setup because we're in a hotel
Set
room.
it on top of it when to get a lamp.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, sorry guys. They're getting nothing but
Good
boobs
work.
here. Is that good?
That'll do.
You think?
Oh, it's perfect.
Okay. We decided to go on a little family outing this weekend, and it has been interesting to say the least.
Oh, very. It's been trouble from start to finish.
We got a late start leaving, number one. And we have this phone like propped up with a wallet, so we're probably going to see her comments tonight. But we got a late start. We got stuck in a wreck.
Yeah, because Winelda wanted to go the old way up Route 3 and then shoot over Lynch Creek
It was
Mountain.
it was
and
a shorter to go that way, and I was trying to save time, but I didn't because Gary seems to think that I had some sort of knowledge of knowing there was going to be a wreck.
Well, when we went to turn in, there was ambulances turning in there with us and cop cars.
It could have been
and
going anywhere. That ambulance, they could have been going anywhere to somebody's house.
Nevertheless, it's a 2-lane road, and I'm sure it was in front of us, correct?
Yeah, but Gary decides to get salty while we're waiting in traffic.
I did. I got salty.
He did. So I decided I'm not going to speak to him the rest of this trip. But I did. He decided about 2 miles later he wasn't salty anymore. So I was well.
Hell.
Oh, that's much better. Okay.
Now that's on top of a lady's wallet and a male wallet and whatever else I could find to stack it on.
Yeah.
But we're here.
But before we left home, we decided we was going to book a room because it is Memorial Day weekend. We was going to Lewisburg, and so we went ahead and booked a room. Really, the only thing that was available that was at a reasonable rate.
That had a pool for the children.
Yes, and it looked nice. The pictures looked nice.
That did. It looked real nice. As you can see behind us, we got these fancy drapes and all this.
So, okay, so after we get a late start, we run into a wreck, we finally make it to Lewisburg. We're in Lewisburg, West Virginia, by the way, on a fun family outing. We get to our hotel room. We check in,
Boy, did we.
and Gary has attitude right off the bat at the front desk, and I was just like, shut up.
The pictures don't match the price we paid. I mean, if I'm paying damn near $200 a night, I expect not to be this place. And Winelda's like showing me pictures. She's like, Gary, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hell yeah, that looks good, Winelda. That's all right. I'll pay that, right?
So we're here, and I was just kind of laughed about it, to be honest. I was like, hey, it is what it is. We've already paid for it. We're here. There's no other vacancy in town. This is where we're staying.
So we go to check out the pool. The pool's closed down.
Out of order. Actually, there was a sign on the gate that says out of order.
Yeah,
There
there's
was-
not a stitch of water in it, and the kids done pack their bathing suits, by the way. And so we're getting ready to leave for supper. After we get here, we pack our bags in, right? Winelda hollers at me off the balcony. Gary, you need to come work on this doorknob. The deadbolt won't shut.
It wouldn't go in, so we could shut the door.
So there's no elevator. I've done walking down a flight of stairs, right? It's hotter than shit. I'm like, I'll be right back, love. So I have to come up here, beat the hell out of the doorknob, and hit it, make it go my way so we can get the door to shut.
Then we set out for dinner, which we ended up at the local Applebee's. And it was, we had a waitress. She was new.
3 days on the job.
Yes, and she was struggling, so we cannot complain about her. We should have got her name so we could have gave her a shout out on her video. But the food was okay.
Yeah, the food was
The
good.
kids were pouting and wouldn't order anything. They was acting. I don't know what their deal was. I
One
don't know
got a
if
bowl of potato soup, and the other didn't want nothing, so we ordered her chicken tenders just so she had something to eat at the hotel. All because there was no pool here. Well, so
we have a pool at home. My mom has a pool.
there's pools everywhere they go at home.
Yes.
And her grandma's got a fishing pond right next door to her mother's. Really, they want for no recreation. But today was different because we was on a trip and the hotel was supposed to have a pool.
And it did not.
So, the whole time we're sitting here, there is this baby belting it out. Wah!
It didn't bother me. I've had a lot of kids.
Didn't bother me neither.
But
We've
Jake
been through it.
decides he's going to go verbally abusive.
So Jake sits there. I see his hands run through his hair, and he's like, "If that baby," and I said, "Shut your mouth." So we avoided a disaster right there because it was coming.
It was.
But you know what we do as parents: we pack our children's out to a car, we feed the baby, we give it Milacon drops, try to figure out what's wrong with it. You know, we try not to disturb everybody, but these people.
She did get up and take the baby out.
Yeah, after about a half an hour, she decided to take the baby out.
Uh-huh.
But they were probably done with their meal, and it was time to leave at that point.
Probably. But after that, we came back to the room, and everything has been okay.
Hey, Joe.
The,
Me and Joe used to work together years ago at Massey.
Gary is currently sitting on the air conditioner because
Yeah.
it's hot in her room and he's burning.
It's hot.
So it's definitely been an adventure, but it's fun. We're making memories and we'll laugh about it. Well, we are already laughing about it.
Well, we try to talk to Jake about that. What makes the best memories, guys? You know, well, your best memories are when everything was just so jacked up around you. You was like, hell, how am I going to survive this? Why did I leave the house? Hell, how did I end up here? So me and Winelda's been trying to talk to Jake about, you know, they always like our funny stories, stuck somewhere without money.
Oh, congratulations, Joanne. First grandbaby.
Good
Sorry.
deal. But you guys know what I mean. The tough times. The kids always like to hear those tales. So ours is stuck right in the middle of it right now. I mean, they're so bad off. They're playing a Nintendo Switch on a hotel TV. Can you imagine worse times?
Amy says check for bed bugs. Actually, the bed. I mean, the room is clean.
The beds
It's
was
clean.
nice.
It is
It was clean. I'm not saying it ain't clean, but it's you know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's
And I'll give it a shout out. Nah, I probably won't. We'll talk about that later when we get home. I don't need to be aggravated by nobody.
Yeah. This is a fun trip. You just bring her down. Hi, Dallas, Mississippi. Well, we're already here. We're not going to drive to another town tonight. We do have plans tomorrow. We're going to go to the Lost World Cavern.
Lost World Caverns. There's
Uh-huh.
a big flea market up here. Winelda's wanting to go to, where we're going to get the kids a rooster and bring home and drive it 2.5 hours back down the road in a minivan.
Another rooster tail soon to happen, I'm sure. But yeah, we have a fun day planned for tomorrow. And here's the cool buns. Yeah, he's chilling that ass right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Ruth Ann. She's tuning in from Dallas, Texas.
I just had about 2 shots of some local bourbon up here from a distillery. Single barrel was about 104 proof or so. Ears are heated up a little.
A little. I told him I could fry bacon on his face right now.
51.4,
It is,
excuse me.
Brandy, it's Quality Inn Hotel. Which was funny because we have some really nice hotels surrounding us, and they was like $300 and some a night. And it's like Hampton Inn, Fairfield Inn. And I thought, we're not paying that to go stay one night in Lewisburg, West Virginia. But anyway, here we are. I was trying to catch up on some of those comments there.
Catch up on them. You might be able to scroll. That's a pretty solid device. I've got your iPad sitting on.
Ginger, we're in Lewisburg, West Virginia. We come up just for a couple days just to have some family time. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we're down to 2 kids right now. It's like a revolving door at our house. There's always a different set of kids, where there's a couple baby daddies involved, and on occasion, Gary's 2 will go to their grandparents' house and stay. Not very often, but every now and then.
Usually they stay.
Yeah, they're pretty staple. Okay.
Hey, from Australia.
Yeah. Hi, Adam. We're actually, and too, before, when we first got here, we was going to go ahead and, start looking for a vacation, like our real summer family vacation. And the kind of places that we were stalking was booked. We was thinking of going to the Outer Banks, but they're all booked up.
Don't you hate that when you're
So-
stalking something, you got the money to get it, but you're waiting on a better deal, and then somebody swoops it under you and buys it? That's what happened to Winelda. She was actually looking at the one she wanted this evening, and then somebody booked it on her. She was like, ah.
Yeah. So, I guess we're probably going to do the Myrtle Beach thing like everybody in West Virginia does. Everybody goes to Myrtle Beach from West Virginia. The miners do anyway.
That's right. We all see each other down there every year.
Yeah, you always run into somebody you know hours from home if you go to Myrtle Beach. Dana, Lewisburg. Well, it's Memorial Day weekend.
They're
You have New
expensive.
River up here. There's all kinds of stuff up here. Attractions that people can do, and I'm sure that's why it's all booked up this weekend. I would
There's
assume.
Harlan County.
Sandbridge Beach near Virginia. I can write that down. I'll have to check it. Is that clean? I went to Virginia Beach once, and I wasn't impressed at all. It was actually kind of creepy. We must have been in the wrong part of
I want to
town.
know where the flea market's at.
I can't think of the
Pink
name of it.
Springs.
Pence Springs Flea Market. I actually just Googled and found it. Then I found their Facebook page, and they're actually open on Sunday, so we're going to try that out. Thank you, Daphne. Holden Beach. We're not going to go as far as Georgia. We're going to be in tow with us
Lord, I escaped Georgia in the 90s.
5 kids, and we were actually talking about that this evening. The expense. Kind of like to go somewhere private where they have a nice beach area, but not a whole lot of attractions
Could
close
you
by.
imagine the cost? of
Because the
something to do with
kids
5
will be
children?
like, I want to go here, I
well,
want to go there, I
6
want to go here, I
children.
want
We're
to go
going to have
there.
everybody.
So, well, we won't have we have alternate plans for Maverick, sadly. I think with him it'd be a big safety issue to take him to the beach, so I'm kind of scared to take him. And he is not about the heat either. He hates
well.
being out in the heat. Surfside, Garden City, more family. Okay, I'm writing these places down. You'll have to keep up with comments. Ocean City. There's several people saying that.
I'm going to go outside and smoke.
All right, go smoke.
One of my ass cheeks has frostbite at the moment.
Let me feel how cold your buddy. It's not that cold. Your thighs are cold.
That's because I'm hot, baby.
Yeah, you're hot. You are hot. Come visit Iowa. That would be a trip. Maybe
We
me.
got corn in West Virginia.
Get out of here. Maybe me and Gary can do that when we go on a mommy daddy trip. We need to do that. Jake and Natalie have disappeared. Oh, Jake's in the bathroom. Natalie is hiding to scare him. The tricks never stop with this group. Last night, me and Gary was watching a movie. It was like 3 a.m, and Natalie come through the house and snuck up behind us and was like, "Hi!" And of course, Gary, being big PTSDer, grabs him by the arm and rears his fist back. I was like, I melted. I thought, here we go, we're going down. Get out of here. And so,
Oh my God.
I'm seeing I've stayed at Cherry Grove before. And then we actually looked for some places at Topsail Beach, but we really couldn't find any vacancy there. Which, of course, we're going to that VRBO is what we're looking for places at. That was quick.
It's hot out there.
Huntsville,
like me to go,
Alabama. Sure.
Hey, Huntsville, Alabama's where I took my ordnance school in the Army.
Yeah, he's been to Huntsville
They've
before.
got
I have
NASA and
not.
everything down there.
SeabertRealty.com. I'm writing all this down.
And who said come
So-
to... Oh, did they just say they was from Huntsville, or did they say vacation there?
Vacation there. And see
The only thing they had
space.
in Huntsville when I was
the
down there
Space
was an
Center.
Applebee's, and I seen a tornado take it away. That was years ago, though, probably 20.
Candy Crawford's outside smoking too. You all are kindred on here. Fishing. Yeah, Gary definitely. Oak Island. I have been to Oak Island before, and it's only, 30-40 minutes from
Do
North
not
Myrtle
seek
Beach.
the treasure.
And so we could actually go to down to North Myrtle and do some stuff with the kids if we stayed at Oak Island. So that's a good idea too. 2 adults, 5 kids, and a rooster on the way home. We just got 2 kids with us
Oh,
this
yeah, 2
weekend.
adults, 5 kids, and a rooster.
But that just makes for a good story, I think.
See, remember me telling you about how funny this was? We're sharing it with
He did, Ginger.
They all think it's funny.
Hi, Britt. She just now coming on. We are actually in Lewisburg, West Virginia, on a little family outing. And what are you doing?
I'm getting cut.
Okay. Gary's about ready to tune out on us, I
Jake
do
was trying to
believe.
Mortal Kombat me. Oh. I'm back.
All right. All right. Sharon Phillips says Applebee's is still there. Ocean Dunes. We've been to Gatlinburg several times, not us together. We've never been to Tennessee. This is our first time going out of town together.
I guess it is. I work constantly 6 days a week mostly, and my days off is usually Sunday and every other Monday or something like that. And I guess being sick, I'm sure I ain't probably the best passenger in the van, but
You
gives us
was a
chance to
little
go do
salty
something.
today over the route we took, which was a little bit much. But I forgive you. ECBYO. Katie went to Oak Island and she loved it.
That one went to Oak Island, didn't like it.
Great Wolf Lodge in Ohio. You know, they had a big bed bug breakout at Great Wolf Lodge in Ohio, last year, I think? They did.
You my bed bug, baby.
Actually, that's Outer Banks was where we originally was trying to go, but everything's booked. We can't really find a place, so nothing that isn't $500 a night anyway. So, hi Deborah. Cummins Falls, beautiful in Tennessee. He's going to be passed out soon, snoozing. Anyway, we're going to talk about anything else, or we're going to wrap it up and go back live tomorrow and tell them about our cave and flea market trip.
Well, we can do that anyways. We had a bunch of things we was going to talk about while we were sitting eating dinner.
Yeah, but I've drawn a blank now, and I can't remember anything we was going to talk about, to be honest. We're not in our normal setup, and I guess it's throwing me off a little bit. Hi, Amy. Well, we're going to have to go through these comments because there's tons of places here that we can check out for vacation. Gary's only wanting to stay
How
5
about
nights, though. I thought you stayed...
Family trip chaos. Do you guys have anything on that we can talk of?
Texas has a Great Wolf Lodge. We're going to have to go to Texas someday.
I just went to Texas and brought me back a shot glass. I ain't made it back to work to get it yet.
I know. Gary is doing better, though. I feel like he's feeling better, but he's not released to go back to work. He is off until further notice. They're waiting to his platelets go up, and did we already talk about this? They started you on some medicine, going to try that, and we got to follow up. We go back in another week, I guess. I guess we go back to the doctor next week to find out more blood work and see if the medicine he's on is helping. Crystal Coast, North Carolina. So, but I had go early to Pittsburgh. Susan, come back on here and give us some tips about, since you know this area. Go early to Pent Springs Flea Market.
So anyhow, you know, the flea market sounded kind of fun. Give the kids $20 a piece. Let them buy them whatever kids buy at flea markets. Used to be survival knives and baby dolls for little girls. God knows what we'll get tomorrow. I thought that'd be pretty interesting.
Maybe we'll come home with a goat.
I hate goats. Take the kids to Kings Island in Cincinnati. Maybe I should tell them the tale about why I'm no longer allowed to drive in Ohio.
Yeah.
Better save that for another time.
Amanda Baker is camping in Hinton right now. That's close to us, isn't it?
Well, the kids' grandparents have a lot on the Anthony's Creek right there. And Michael Joe has a place, I guess, kind of on the Greenbrier, Pocahontas County border. 3-bedroom place, but we figured my cousins was there this weekend, so we was just going to stay in a hotel, which I wish I'd have called and checked on the 3-bedroom house for free, because what I spent here, I'm sure I could have helped them out with their bills.
You have several people in there telling you to get well, and they hope you feel better.
Well, you tell them thank you for me, or I'll tell them.
Well, he says thank you. Billy stink big time.
Darn straight, gal. They pee in their beards and everything. Well, Nelda thinks they're cute, though.
I do think them little baby fainting goats are adorable.
New Orleans. I've always wanted to go to New Orleans.
Hey, Christina.
I love spicy food.
So, do we have anybody on here that's in that same area that we're in that can tell us some stuff to do, possibly?
Or give us something very interesting to talk about.
Allison, one day we may go to Florida, but I don't think we're going to venture that far with these kids. Maybe when there's less kids.
Or they're a little older. we still got some small ones that are hard to keep after, and I'm very defensive, and that's probably most of our problem. Anytime I go somewhere, somebody's trying to steal one of my children, they're trying to hurt one of us or something, I can't do crowds or anything. I got a little bit of a problem.
I told him about Natalie scaring us the other night in your
Oh, that was pretty
about
good.
Rocky Balboa Bay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. You hear happy kids in the background. They're playing WCW over there on a hotel bed.
yeah,
Playing Granny.
I'm just going back.
We know what Granny is. I'm gonna show you what Granny is.
I was going back to see if she tuned in about that flea market, but I don't see anything.
Probably haven't given her enough time. The kids' chickens and stuff's doing good though. They're getting probably 6-8 eggs a day, and they're taking good care of them.
Yeah. I don't know. We're low platelets caught. We don't know.
Well, now I've done a lot of research. You know, the inoculations I had back in the day when we went overseas, which I don't know what they were later, but I've had trouble for 4 or 5 years now. She thinks that could be because of that,
I'm
my
watching
spleen
you.
and stuff, from my Army days. So I really don't know. But the way the doctor talked, my spleen thinks my own platelets are the enemy. So it's just, in his words, chopping them up as soon as I make them.
Hi, darling.
That's about all I know so far. I'm on prednisone, trying to get all that took care of, and there's 2 or 3 other medicines up to a splenectomy, he tells me.
They're saying we need to go to Pence flea market around 8 a.m.
Okay. Well, that's when everybody's out there doing business. That's before they've sold everything. They're trying to get you there before everything's gone.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I have Googled it, and we've seen some stuff on there, but where it's Memorial Day weekend and tomorrow's a Sunday, Monday's a holiday, a lot of things are closed or, not up and running full tilt, so we're kind of limited
Atlantic
on what
Beach,
we're going
Florida.
to do. Thank you, Beth. Hi, Jamie.
Well, we're trying to have a good time, guys. Like I said, where the kids were familiar with up here at Anthony's Creek. We used to camp here when they was little. Like I said, his mother's parents have a place up here. So we brought them up here. There's supposed to be some caves and some flea markets and stuff like that to do. So it was 2.5 hours from home, somewhere close we could get to. We was trying to find something fun.
Yeah.
But we
That's
don't
enough.
know, we're not locals.
That is enough. That's enough.
Somebody got power bombed off the top ropes.
You're going to get hurt. We have people on each side of us. We don't want to get kicked out of this lovely establishment.
I'll tell them bullshit. It was the people next door when they come. That's my nature. Then I'll look at them, call them a liar, and throw them off the top rail if they don't like it.
Yeah. Yes, Ryan, we're in Lewisburg. We can go to Beckley to the coal mining place.
Oh yeah, go to a coal mine while I'm on my day off. That's a good idea.
I would probably do something like that. Ryan, you guys are in Lewisburg too this weekend? Hey, your teacher is in Lewisburg with her husband, Natalie. They're in this area too.
Who's score?
Mm-hmm.
Tell her I said hi.
Natalie says hey.
And tell her to come here.
Topsail Island. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
too.
I have it wrote down here. So we're going to look. We're going to get off here and look at some other new places, maybe. I caught you red-handed. Sutton Lake is awesome. Okay, so we are going to wrap that up because we're going to probably lay down since we have to get up early to be.
We've probably been quite boring when we're out of town.
Yeah. Debbie wants you to tell us all about the coal mine sometime.
Well, everything's dark, wet, nasty. Nothing goes as planned. Everything's always broke, and you're always running behind, I guess, would be.
Oh, Ashley, this is her first time chiming in. She didn't know you was a coal miner. That's okay, Ashley.
I turn big rocks into small rocks.
Do not go to Topsail. She gave me a hug when I stopped in the other day at school. Oh, Natalie, she loves on everybody. She's She calls my ex-husband her stepdad anytime he comes to pick the girls up.
That's true.
Abby and Brianna. She's like, stepdad. So we went to my oldest daughter's graduation party today, and we were in the parking lot before we went into the party. And I looked at Natalie, because I knew all his family would be there, and people from their church would be there. And I was like, Natalie, do not call my ex-husband your stepdad at this party. Do you hear me? And she did, and she was very well behaved. She did very good.
But Bert takes care of her. He always picks her up once on her.
He does. He's real good with her. Hi, Morgan in New York City. I love New York City. I was there in December, and I want to go back.
Yeah, went out and bought her these pretty toboggans and sweaters, and she was dressed all up, getting ready to take a picture in front of this big fancy tree, and she's like, it's 70 degrees here.
That's the truth. We were sweating balls up in New York City. We thought it was going to be cold, but it was not. Check out Green River State Resort. Purple Ice there. Thank you, Lori. Pam says there's nothing better than a coal miner. My husband was for 25 years. I grew up a coal miner's daughter, but I never took into consideration how hard and how long my dad worked and the job he done and what my mom had to put up with until the last few months.
I guess an interesting fact about me is I'm a fifth generation coal miner. My family's coal mines since there's been coal mines. And my family's fought in every war since we've been a country, even before we fought in the Revolutionary War. So, a little bit about me there. I'm very patriotic. Memorial Day means a lot to me. So,
Did you bring your red, white, and blue bloomers?
I did bring my American flag Under Armour shirt, olive drab green, to wear tomorrow.
Did you?
I did.
You gonna be representing?
Always do.
I'll probably be wearing pink or something because it's a...
Always do.
Oh gosh.
But to all the fallen out there, every family that lost someone, I'm grateful. It ain't about the weekend, guys. It's about who died to protect what we have.
Hi, Brianna. She's tuning in saying thank you so much for your service. As for your husband as well. Aren't you down in Hawaii stationed or something with your husband that's in the service as well? You got all kinds of people thanking you for your service. I don't know if you're keeping up
Oh,
with
it
those
ain't about
comments.
me this weekend,
on
darling. It's about everybody that died this Memorial Weekend. But thank you guys. But it ain't about me or nobody else that's breathing this weekend. It's about the people that fell for this country. You know, they used to tell me what blew a flag was the last breath of every soldier. So, that's how I feel about it.
Ashley's family's from Panther, West Virginia, coal mining town.
Yeah, it is. It's right down below where I work. Well, a little bit from where I work. I work outside of Pineville.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up at that, and maybe we'll come back live tomorrow and let you all know about our cavern trip and our...
And we might
flea
even
market.
have a chicken in the minivan.
It better stay in the back this time is all I got to say.
One of them got out of a feed sack on Winona last time.
Yeah, we told that story on here about how it was giving me the eyeball with its mouth open. So, you all have a good night, and is it Friday or Saturday?
Oh,
It's
right
Saturday.
now it is Sunday morning, 14 minutes into it.
All right, we better get in the beds. Everybody's got church in the morning, and we have flea marketing to do. So, good night.
I love you guys. Have a good weekend.